What is up, internet? It's your boy Tanku, and today we're going to be doing another manga that should be turned into anime. So before we get started, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and hit me up on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Don't forget to like those videos. And with all that said, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, today we're going to be talking about a manga. Its name is Rokudou no Onna Tachi. There's no English version of the name because it's just a manga, not an anime yet. I've looked this time, learned my lesson from the last couple times when I double checked to make sure there's no English name for it. But there's not. Just Rokudou no Onna Tachi. And so basically what this manga is about, you have three friends. You have Hinomoto Matsuru, Kijima Kota, and of course Rokudou Ryotsuke. They're best friends. And basically you find out that Rokudou is the descendant of a demon hunter. They have the power to exorcise demons, things like that. He's a descendant of that. But we're in modern times. And those three are best friends, and they're outright losers. Nobody likes them. They get picked on all the time. They actually go to a school full of delinquents. In fact, the city they live in is just full of delinquents. Everybody's a delinquent. The dudes are delinquents. The girls are delinquents. You know, the whole thing is just, they're screwed because they get picked on all the time because they're considered weak. You know, the only solace they have is they have a bathroom stall that fits all three of them in there, and that's their safe space. The only place they don't get picked on and stuff. So what happens is Rokudou's grandfather dies and sends him the belongings. And in the belongings they find a scroll. And it's called the Scroll of Demon Exorcism. And they figure if they can read the scroll, they can become a little stronger, you know, things happen. So they do. And the scroll ends up putting a mark on Rokudou's forehead. So what the mark actually ends up doing is all the girls that are delinquents, which is pretty much everybody in this world, falls in love with Rokudou because that's what the mark's power is. So all the girls that are delinquents fall in love with him, and that causes problems for him because, you know, there's a lot of delinquent dudes out there that are like wondering why the hell he gets all this attention all the time. There's another character. There's two more characters that come into play. There's a lot more, but these are the main characters. There's two more characters that come into play, and the first one is Limuna Haruya, and he's a delinquent, and he was the first bully for Rokudou and his friends, and the first arc kind of involves them and things like that, but they end up becoming kind of friends because Rokudou he's not a wimp. He doesn't like to back down, but he just, you know, he likes to take the road of least resistance because the only thing, his whole goal is to have a joyous high school life with his friends. That's all he wants. There's another character that introduced is Himawari Rana, and Himawari is a girl delinquent, but she's a beast. A monster, a true like demon in the thing. Like nobody can take her. Like when you first meet her, she's taking out an entire gang of dudes, and she's just beating the crap out of everybody. So she's pretty much unstoppable. Of course, because Rokudou has the mark, Himara falls in love with him and kind of ends up protecting him from Haruya, sorry. And so, you know, that's the beginning of the story, how it begins, and they progress. The reason why this should be an anime, there's a lot of fights in this manga. A ton of fights. All the delinquent girls being in love with Rokudou is kind of on the side. It's more of a fighting style, you know, manga. There's a lot of girls that get introduced, a lot of tough girls that get introduced, because again, this whole world's just full of delinquents. And, there's a complex that goes on with Rokudou because he won't date any of these girls because he's like, oh, they only love me because of the mark. I really want to find somebody that loves me because I don't have this mark. And if they're a nice girl or they're a non-delinquent, then they don't like fall in love with him. So there's that aspect going. What I really do like about this is Rokudou. He's not a typical MC. He doesn't stay weak. He uses his power to try to reform some of these girls. For one, because he thinks that it makes the world a better place. But of course, he wants to actually find an actual girlfriend that likes him for him, not because of the mark. And he's trying to turn his school into a place where everybody can be happy and have an awesome high school life. And so there's rivalries at other schools, external forces that come out, a lot of fighting going on, gangs, going against the biggest gang in the city, things like that. There's a lot of arcs involved, and his growth is amazing because he doesn't just stay this wimp that relies on Himawari to protect him. He wants to be strong enough to protect her. So he starts training, learning how to fight, learning different styles of fighting so he can not only hold his own, but protect the people he cares about. And that's what I like about it. He doesn't just want to rely on the power of the symbol that he has on his forehead. So it's a very important manga that way too, to teach people like, hey, just because you have this power, you don't have to abuse it. You still have to become stronger yourself, or how else are you going to protect anybody else or the other people you care for? So that's where I really like it. And of course, again, the fighting certainly helps because this manga is chocked full of fights. If you like fights, then you need to read this manga because it's pretty much 90% fighting, 10% like the other stuff I'm talking about. But it's good because it doesn't feel like the balance is off. They blend the fighting in really well with the other stuff to make it more digestible, I guess you could say. And so that's why I think this would make a great anime, because one, the fight scenes would be amazing, and the fact that Rokudou is a great main character, and it's still going on, and I want to see the way it goes with Himari, because she follows him everywhere, and if he leaves, because he goes off and has adventures in other areas, things like that, she's always able to find him because her only purpose is to protect him, because she's like, because the thing goes, it's the more delinquent they are, the more in love they are with Rokudou, and she's like the biggest delinquent ever on the face of the planet. So that whole side story is that whole storyline is amazing, and I like it. But I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. If you guys haven't read it, I recommend you read it. It's out there. You can find it. If you have read it, tell me if you think I'm correct in my analysis and see, if you agree with me. And then, just in general, tell me what you guys think. I've been loving the interactions beginning lately. Been getting a lot of subscriber requested stuff. I'm working on all that stuff, so bear with me on that. So keep it coming on the Facebook, the Instagram, and the Twitter. The comment section here. Subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to like the videos. And with all that said, guys, everybody have an awesome, awesome day.